I really, I'm not going to use the word hate, but I really dislike people, especially business owners, who come in and want me to run their ads, and at the same time they don't know what the product is good for. They don't have a proper value proposition for the product. They don't know why the customer need it, and they only want to do it. They just want to make money. They view the customer as a paycheck, right? And that's not a really good way of looking at business, because yes, business is to make money, but making money is not about making money, because we don't make money. We're not the federals. What we do is we take money, and we can take money not because I'm black. That doesn't mean like we're gonna steal it, okay? When we say we take money, meaning people have to give us the money. But for them to give us the money, we need to give them some sort of value in exchange for their money, because it's just money is just value exchange. So if you're gonna sell a product, the least you can do is to know why they need it, so that way you can also find the right target audience for it. And second, you at least need to know that, listen, this is valuable enough for me to sell it, because it's not worth damaging my soul by selling a bad product. And I really dislike people like that, man, because they just come in, hey, I got this affiliate link, I got this business that hit me up, and they say if I market your product, they're gonna give me some commission. Listen. You guys are just hustlers. There's a difference. Hustlers are different from business owners. Business owners are people who create value and distribute that value accordingly. Hustles are people who don't really have any product knowledge, service knowledge, and any insight at all on how a business is actually run and conduct itself. Because the art of business is understanding people, and that there's a need, there's a market for whatever you're selling, and providing that value for that marketplace to solve a issue. Okay? And keyword, we're solving an issue right there. The word is issue. We're trying to solve a problem that they're having. We are stepping outside of our way, look for the marketplace, see where the marketplace is being hurt, and we're filling that space. We're like the first aid kit for a marketplace suffrage. You get what I'm saying? So when you're over here trying to make a hustle and trying to like, okay, I'm gonna get this hustle, I'm gonna get this link and sell this product, and you don't even know what the product is, you need to go to the mirror and truly look at yourself. Would you buy a product? As a matter of fact, before you tell people like myself to market a product that you don't even know, because most of you guys are calling yourself digital marketing agency, and you want me to market to you. What, do you want me to tell people that you know to get them clients and you can't even get yourself clients? I know the word, but it's called, I think it's Ep2. I can't even say the word. All right. I guess one of you smart guys in the comment are gonna find it regardless, right? So before you even think about selling something, I want you to like look at yourself in the mirror. All right. Would you buy from you? Do you have a landing page that makes sense? Do you have working model? Do you have testimonials that can justify what you're selling, right? Or you're just selling something out of your ass? You understand what I'm saying? You need to like analyze your situation, make other people look at your stuff, right? And I'm not just saying make other people look at it in the sense that it's a good thing. You need to make sure that it's morally correct as well. Find supporting people around you, or supportive groups around you, who's gonna tell you whether you're doing something wrong or right. All right? The money is not worth your soul. And this is for people right now who want to market their business but are scared. Because I was talking to a lead today, right, on the phone, right? And this lead was scared to push, right? So I'm running an ad saying that I'm going to generate all your leads for free, and the only thing I need is a testimonial. Okay, so hey, listen, if you're running ads as well, that's a really good offer. You can run with that, right? And they come in the pipeline, and it's been months. I stopped doing it for free now, but that ad is giving me a 6 to 15 leads consistently daily, right? So I'm not turning that ad off anytime soon. So when they come in my pipeline, I offer them one of two things. One, I'll set up the ad for you. Two, I'll give you my free course that I filmed just like this, just for you to run your own ads and build your lead generation system by yourself. Now, This lead is telling me that they want to move forward, but they are scared, right? They don't know if I can guarantee them the leads. And I told them, listen, my job is not to guarantee you leads. My job is to position you as best as possible for you to get leads. No one can guarantee you leads. That's how marketing works. We try, we test, and then we critique, we edit, and we keep it pushing. But the fact that their mindset is so scared to move forward, even though I was giving them a free course for them to learn it themselves, is mind-boggling to me, right? Because if you have something that's worth it, if you have a business idea that's worth it, if you have a service or a product that's worth it, why wouldn't you invest in it? Why wouldn't you put your conviction, your identity behind it? Why wouldn't you risk your word for the service that you have to provide? Listen, if you truly believe God sent you on this planet and give you a purpose, and you know that you're living out your purpose, why not risk it all? You see, a bad investment today is a bad investment that you're not going to make tomorrow. So the sooner you make it, the better. You understand? You have to take leap of faith. You have to take action today, because the sooner you start, the sooner you get to mess up, and the sooner you get to critique your mess up, and the sooner you get to start winning, right? But you can't win playing it safe. Playing it safe is killing you, because you are delaying the inevitable. It's like a game of dart. You have 6 darts, and you have 2 person playing the dart game. One person toss three dart and like miss. Now they only have 3 remaining, and they stop and start thinking about whether or not they should throw the other 3. But the winner, you know what he did? He just keep throwing all the darts until one of them stick in the bullseye. Point I'm trying to make is, you're gonna make a lot of mistake until you make the right decision. The game is not to make the right decision. The game is to make a lot of bad decision and make it compound, so we can make fewer bad decision in the future. And that's the same thing when it comes down to like actually winning and losing, right? And discipline, right? Because in business, you have to have some sort of discipline, just like when you're going to the gym, or you're doing something that's intense and it's long because you have a long plan. It's the same lesson across the board. So the thing with winning is, you're not trying to win. You're just trying not to lose. All right? The man who's trying to win will never win, because he's looking for a shortcut. He's looking for a way to get to the goal. But the man who's not trying to lose is the man who's going to pull all the stops. He just don't want to lose. He wants it bad enough. You get what I'm saying? If you want to be disciplined, don't try to do the right things. Remove all the temptation. Cut the bad friends. Cut the alcohol. Cut the TV. Cut the apps off your phone. If you want to spend less, then put a limit on your credit card. Put a limit on your debit card. Either way, you have to figure out the fact that, listen, I'm not trying to win. I'm trying not to lose, okay? Doesn't mean you're trying to play it safe. It's just that you're playing it smarter. The goal is to make it hard to lose than try to force the discipline. All right, listen, guys. If you're just starting a business, all right? You have a business idea, you're just starting out. You need to learn the art of planning. Listen, I can't stress this enough. A lot of people don't understand how planning can mitigate a lot of stupid decisions, because I know people come to me up with who got a lot of different opportunity come by in their day-to-day life when it comes down to business or other stuff, right? And my response all the time is, not every opportunity is a good opportunity, right? And what do you know what a good opportunity is? A good opportunity is an opportunity that's aligned or congruent with the plan that you already have or the direction that you're going into. So let's say I'm trying to be an astronaut, but I got an opportunity to be a car racer, or a Formula One driver, right? That's an opportunity, but it's not a good opportunity. It's not the opportunity that aligns with where I'm trying to go. But let's say Elon Musk call me up and be like, yo, CJ, I want you to come work for me. See, that would be a good opportunity, because that got my foot into the door. So he's trying to get to Mars. Guess what? He's probably going to send me. I got my foot in the door. So that's way better opportunity. So the opportunity is good only when it's directing you down the path that you're trying to go. And when it comes on to planning, there's many different type of plans out there, but my main blueprint, the main one that I normally go with, I have like few steps, right? So when you're planning, the first thing you need to do is to find out the objective. What am I trying to get at? Where am I trying to go at? And what's the goal, right? Second thing you need to figure out is what the timeline is, right? Because you need to know, okay, am I going to do this for this month or am I going to do this for 2 weeks, right? And I forgot what's the principle called, but there's a principle said like, you need to crush the time frame so that way you can be more effective. So in other words, if you're trying to lose weight, don't say you're going to lose weight for the next 6 months. Make it shorter so that way you can do a crash diet. You can do something more effective so you can lose the weight faster, so you can get to a sustainable state in a shorter period of time. It make you more effective that way. The third thing you'll figure out is potential obstacle that can come up. So after you know your objective for the plan, and you know the timeline for the plan, then the third thing is your potential obstacles that may come up within the plan. What does that look like? Well, I might not have a video to run ads. I might not have a camera to make videos. I might get burnout trying to make too much videos and stuff like that. Whatever your potential obstacle gonna look like, that's what you need to note, right? And then after that, you're gonna note, which is the fifth thing, right? Well, no, the fourth thing is solution for potential obstacle. What does that sound like? Well, if I don't have a camera to make it, I'm gonna buy one. Two, if I'm gonna get burnout, I'm gonna find an AI software that's gonna make me make a lot of content. I'm gonna figure out a new strategy to make a lot of content way easier, right? So the solution for the potential obstacles are direct actions that you need to do to solve the potential obstacle that's going to come up in the path of you getting towards that objective, right? So this is how you have to plan out your stuff that you're doing on a weekly basis, monthly basis, and a daily basis. You need stuff that you have to execute throughout the day that's going to add up to a win at the end of the week, because I promise you, every day is not going to be the same. Every day is not going to be sunshine and rainbow. Some days it's going to storm and rain all day. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes it's going to be mixed weather. Point I'm trying to make is, if you have a plan, you're going to stay dedicated regardless. At least you're not just swimming with the currents, right? So definitely know that planning is very crucial. And look, if you're a small business, don't hire an agency to run your ads. You need to learn how to run your ads in the beginning, all right? Because this is the time where you're trying to create cash flow within the business so the business can survive on its own, okay? The last thing you need is an agency that you're paying $2,000 or so forth, and they're like burning your pocket and just trying to take your money just to get you some leads that you probably can't close it or can't fulfill because you're not at that level yet, right? So the best thing you can do right now is to learn how to generate your own leads by yourself, how to make your own commercial, how to launch your own campaigns. Minimal, right? Get someone like me to set up an ad account for you so that way you can launch your first campaign, and then when you're ready to scale, then you get an agency. Because most business, I promise you, I charge a lot of money for marketing, but listen, most businesses are not ready for high budget marketing because we're doing retargeting. You don't have enough followers, you don't have enough data, you don't have all of that thing going on yet. Listen, if you got funding and you want to pull all stuff and go, then go. All right. But if you're a small business owner starting off, listen, learn to launch your own campaigns. I get someone to launch a campaign for you. Just one campaign is good enough with an ad that's scalable. I don't want you to run an ad for Father's Day or Mother's Day or this holiday or this weekend. No, run an ad in totality. I'm going to run your ads for free. In return, I need a testimonial. That's it. I'm not going to say I'm going to run it from June 5th to June 6th. I'm not going to put a date on it. Because when you put a date on it, then you hold the ad into place. The ad will no longer move. And that's dangerous for you to do, right? So don't really hire an agency so early out, because you figuring out a way to generate your own leads, probably going to change your mind and change your whole niche anyway, right? So it's better to do it this way, right? Next thing, you need to create an identity for your business, okay? What does that mean? When you find your niche, okay, you have to find and it's like a sub niche within that niche. Okay, and do not worry about this in the beginning though. This is for people who are trying to scale. Like, this is for wedding photographers who is just trying to be wedding photographers for Hispanics, or wedding photographer for black people, or wedding photographer for white people, or wedding photographer for celebrities. All right, that's when you're gonna double niche down, because the identity is gonna buy you more time, so that way you're not just doing any job. That way you can buy back some time, because based on your business model and based on if you're the only one working, you're gonna know what not to do and what to do. Because I got a lot of people come to me, CJ, can you make me a commercial and watch my ad for the whole month? I'm like, yo, I'm not in all of that anymore, right? I'm just trying to make some setups and just disappear. I want to buy back my time because it's only me, right? So you have to take inventory and create an identity and just stick to that niche only for people who are trying to scale. If you're a small business owner, don't worry about all of this, right? Do what I said before, right? Learn how to launch your own campaign and create cash flow in your business. That's supposed to be your only priority right now. All right? Listen, guys. Having competitors is actually a good thing, all right? Because if you don't have any I promise you, if you don't have any competitors, you'll be stagnant. You have no one to compare yourself to. At least, you know, if someone sucks, then you're doing a damn good job. But if you suck and they're doing great, then at least you know that you need to grow. All right, having competitors give you perspective, because if you don't have a competitor, then you don't know whether you're good and whether you're bad, because you have nothing to compare it to. You don't know what good look like, you don't know what bad look like. I reached that point in my life I was at that point, right? And I didn't know if I was really good at what I do, because I don't know anyone who's bad at what I do. I know people who are really good, and I know I'm not on that level, but how far up am I? Right? So having competitors is actually a good thing, right? And if you're worrying about how much money you should spend on ads, Jesus Christ, you guys need to have a different perspective when it comes onto this. Don't worry about how much you're spending per day. Worry about how many leads you're getting in relationship to how much you're closing. Right? Because if you spend $30, I got a client, right? If you go on my page, look at my testimonials, you'll see all of them, right? I organize everything. It's there. Listen, I have a client, right? He spent $40. He spent $40 on his ad, $3,000 in revenue. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that $40 make no more sense at the end of the day. So with that said, if you can spend $50 to get a lead and you're charging $4,000, $2,000, you're charging $3,000, that $50 wash out, bro. You understand? So it's all about perspective when doing these things. All right, so that's it for this rant. I'll see you later.